Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's CPAD here with another Exceed commentary, and today we have another Chimera Summer Bash match between two competitors who are both 2-2. So we're gonna have IcePopAddict on blue side. It's gonna be the upper half of your screen against Badmess, who's on the red side, bottom half of your screen. And we're gonna see both these players actually they both have Ken and King Knight on their roster, so there is potential for a mirror match in the cards here, which would be, well, I guess it's not really fun for the competitors, but maybe it's fun for me to watch. I don't know. But anyway, we have Badmess with the Mika against Ice Pop with the Enkidu. Mika initiating a turn 1 strike. Mika's Rage 4 option is Mika's Missile. A 1-6-4-4, but no, it's just going to be the dive, met with the focus from Enkidu. Early aggression here from the Mika. Interesting to. I mean, this is a pretty good turn 1 strike. I mean, it's 6 power. It still kind of trades poorly with the slows though. Like it'll trade 6 for 6 with sweep. Not poorly, but 6 for 6 with sweep, and then 4 for 4 with focus. I guess it's all right. But no, Mika just going for the dive. I mean, it is pretty telegraphed as well. Mika at range 1, interesting. We'll actually take a look at Mika's cards, because I don't think we've casted Mika before on the channel. So first, Mika, her action is basically you can take a look at the top card of your deck by discarding either a card on front side or gauge on backside, and you can modify it with a boost, right? So Mika's all these different boosts that she can play. I think it's any kind of boost, yeah. And yeah, you basically just modify it so that the boost works with your wild swing. It's an interesting concept, but I don't think the character is very strong personally. As we see mix-up come out from Enkidu, retreating 1 and then striking, probably a 3 precept. Maybe it's not. No, it's actually a Thunderstomp. So Thunderstomp catching the cross. Wow, good early read from Ice Pop there. So we'll take a look at, so cross here will go first. We'll hit for 2 damage after armor, but the Thunderstomp means that opponents cannot advance or retreat. So Thunderstomp very good into assault and cross and dive, things like that nature. So Mika can't get away and gets hit back for 4. Really funny early read there from Enkidu. Mika prepares back to Enkidu here. Enkidu, of course, has 6 copies of 3 Precept. I think we've casted Enkidu on the channel before. Maybe not in this tournament, but definitely in a previous one. But Enkidu has 6 copies of this card, and this character is basically just based around that. Mika has that wild swing mechanic that we talked about before, so she has a card that's pretty bad unless you wild swing. She's a dive like. Tornado is like an interesting card for sure. Misses at 1 notably, unless the opponent's in the corner. Hip attack is like it's kind of like a functioning mid speed. Can be slow as well, but I mean beats sweep. Cannon is like a super weird option. Only works at range 3 unless Mika's opponent's in the corner or there's some corner shenanigans going on, as we see the veil off from Badmess. So basically now he can spend gauge, and these six characters, they generate a lot of gauge. And this is actually my preferred method of playing Mika too. I haven't played a ton of Mika, but this is my preferred method, is using backside just to not whittle down that hand so much, because when you do wild swing, you are oftentimes spending a boost from your hand to empower it. As we see a range 2 strike come out from Enkidu. Enkidu's range 2 options are obviously 3 Precept. I don't think it's Chain Kick, but the Gale Edge is another one to look out for. And look at that. Wow. So, I mean, Enkidu was very likely to advance there. It's in some capacity, right? But gets called out by the hip attack. So Enkidu actually reveals advantage, but shouldn't have, because Mika will get advantage anyway, because the opponent's at the edge of the arena. So the 3 Precept will hit first for 3 damage. No additional 3 Precepts in the gauge. That's basically the end game goal for Enkidu, to get a bunch of 3 Precepts in the gauge, and then that like empowers your end game significantly. But gets called out by the hip attack, which will hit back for 5. So we're actually going to see Mika perform the UA here. Let's see what boost gets attached to it. We are at range 2 with Enkidu in the corner, so actually a lot of these specials will work. Like Cannon will work. Hip Attack's basically the only one that won't work. Tornado will work. Missile will work, but it's kind of poor. But we're actually just going to see... Okay, so we're going to see Mika's... So we're going to see Mika advance to retreat 1, then draw 2. So she chooses to advance to range 1, and then Wild Swing with a card that she hasn't seen before. Enkidu responds with the Grass, beating the Cross. So this was an option that like looks kind of sketch, but actually wasn't so sketch. Just only because Enkidu's in the corner. Unfortunately for Mika, Wild Swung the Cross, which lost to the on-curve Grasp from Enkidu. Mika takes 3, and we're off to like this both these players are not afraid to strike at all. We know that we saw a known 3 precept in the hand of Enkidu. Let's see if Enkidu goes for like a spike dive mix up there. This 3 precept would be 4 damage on curve. Mika doesn't really have good defensive like above curve options, obviously, as don't a lot of season 6. But okay, we're gonna see 3 precept number 2 come out. It's gonna be a 4 power 3 precept. Gets blocked by Mika, so she can choose to spend a force to take no damage. Enkidu reveals another 3 precept in his hand to gain advantage. Of course, now 3 precepts will do 5 damage, so you can clearly see how. I mean, we've got. Oh yeah, nice pop doing. That's the trick I like to do personally. Is when you shuffle your hand, you flip it face down, group it, and then you shuffle as if it's in a deck, and then you redraw it. But yeah, it is IcePop's turn. IcePop did gain advantage off that. No 3 precept in hand, so if there was a mix-up to be had, now is the time to have it. Although Mika is down both crosses, notably, and she does not have a speed 6 option at range 2 outside of cross. So this 3 precept, unless Mika has a surprise EX assault or something, this 3 precept will be the dominant speed option at range 2, even though it's under curve. So will we see IcePop just strike with it again? I don't see why you wouldn't, especially because you saw Mika just block at range 3. So yeah, it would be either strike with a 3 precept or prep, and it looks like IcePop actually going for the prep instead. Prep, of course, means that, hey, maybe I'll draw EX 3 precept at speed 6. We're going to see Mika go for Mika action again. Takes a look at the top card. Can play a boost. Notably does not have to play a boost. We'll be doing, we'll be boosting Mix-Up instead. So, so basically these now strike boosts, they allow Mika to potentially not strike with with the top card of her deck, right? So like, for example, if Mika boosts Reading, then she does not have to strike with a Wild Swing. However, in this case, Badmess decided to strike with the Wild Swing anyway. Goes back to range 3 and draws a card. So range 3 is pretty scary. That's like the worst spot for Enkidu to be in when Mika Wild Swings, because we have Crash, which ignores guard. Missile does decent power. This gets you advantage, like it's a super assault basically. We are gonna see just a regular assault come out from Mika, but it's met with the spiral of dual palm strikes. So yeah, basically Enkidu reading that Mika would not go for a slow here. I mean, a slow option was Mika's Cannon, but Enkidu reading that Mika would not go for that option, and instead the spiral dual palm strike will not take any damage, will hit back for 4. At the very least, Mika does gain advantage off the assault, but at range 1 with Enkidu not in the corner, meaning a lot of these cards frankly don't perform very well at all. Like at the very least, Tornado performs well because Enkidu's so close to the corner, but Missile does not perform well. Crash misses. Tornado does well, if only for that reason. And Hip Attack performs well, but Cannon misses as well. And then this Ultra is like one of the worst positions for that Ultra, and then Galaxy misses. But instead, we're going to see Mika's Tornado boosted as Can't Stop, Won't Stop, so stun immunity and +2 armor. Definitely a very, very good boost. Maybe slightly overrated, but I mean, +2 armor for free, you can't go wrong, and stun immunity is great as well. Although stun immunity, I think, was a boost that was definitely overcosted in the past, a little bit maybe. Maybe is that a hot take? I don't know if that's a hot take or not. I don't know. This boost is great, but it's not like the best boost in the game or anything. Is what I'm trying to say. Okay, we're actually just gonna see Enkidu initiate into this can't stop, won't stop. And we're actually gonna see Mika defensively wild swing. Now, Mika's defensive wild swings are quite poor. A sweep is a pretty good one to wild swing there, though. So Enkidu will take 6 damage, and Mika will only take 4. Stun immunity, of course, did not matter here, but the 2 armor means less damage goes through. 6 for 4. I mean, I think Enkidu will still take that trade any day, just because. I mean, look at the health differential here. Mika at only 8 HP to Enkidu's 14. Notably, Mika does have an ultra that does 12 damage, but the opponent needs to be at the center of the arena for that to be the case. Or either that, or like Mika needs to be in the corner, and then her opponent needs to be like here, so that way this push to off the wild swing works. But instead, we're actually just going to see Badmess go for the wild swing again at range 1. A player that goes for these aggressive wild swings is probably using this as a boost quite often. Where is it? Oh, actually just used right here. Smart Steer. Advance or retreat up to 3. So actually retreating back to range 4. So I mean, so this is pretty obviously either a missile or a dive. Let's see how Enkidu responds to this. Range 4 is not really a strong point for him. I mean, he has this, but this is not gonna work against either missile or dive. Actually, this moving back to range 4. Actually, yeah, no, I mean it can be both, but there are 2 copies of missile, and gets caught out by the Thunder Stomp. So Mika unable to move. Second copy of Thunder Stomp there for Enkidu, which I mean. So one of the issues that Enkidu has as a character is that this character has a. We're actually just going to see the Enkidu prep come out. So return a copy of 3 Precept from discard your hand if you do close 1 and then draw for end of turn. Enkidu back to his preferred range of 3, and I believe he has a known EX3 Precept in hand. But anyway, like I was saying, Enkidu does not have the most consistent draws outside of 3 Precept, just because he has a 34 card deck. And it makes a pretty big difference. We're actually just see Enkidu choose to exceed here. So we can take a look at perhaps IcePop's preferred way of closing out the game, which is to seal 3 Precepts from Gauge to gain +2 power +1 speed. So this is one way of closing out games. Another way of closing out games is Chain Kick. This when it hits like 8 power is just absolutely ridiculous. This is another way to close out games. But basically, if you notice, all of Enkidu's methods of closing out games involve him having 3 Precepts in Gauge. And so far, IcePop only has 2, but 2's probably good enough for this scenario. I mean, he has EX3 Precept in hand as well, so he'll be okay. Mika initiating a strike from hand. This is almost assuredly going to be met by EX3 Precept, so I have no idea what this is. It can't be Galaxy, because Galaxy gets stunned out. This just feels so wrong. It just feels like everything loses really hard to EX3 Precept here. Which is a known entity in Enkidu's hand, so I have no idea. Is this like a cross? No, it can't be cross either. This just feels wrong. Yeah, this just feels incredibly wrong. We're going for the Spiral Dual Palm Strike instead? Okay. It's a crash which loses to EX3 Precept, but anyway, I mean, Spiral Dual Palm Strike will perform well. Crash deals no damage, and then Spiral Dual Palm Strike will hit back for 4. Mika down to 4 HP, and yeah, I mean, this is not looking good. Enkidu will seal a 3 Precept for +2 power +1 speed and strike here. I mean, this is super dangerous. What's Mika gonna do about this? Mika does have armored options, right? Like, she has Revolution, which has 3 armor. Cannon has 1 armor. So at the very least, there's some solace there. It's gonna be an on-curve cross, beating the grasp, dealing exact lethal. IcePop takes game 1 quite convincingly with the Enkidu over the Mika. Definitely the health totals are a little bit more skewed just because you have a card like Spiral Dual Palm Strike, which basically just null beats your opponent if it wins and then hits back for 4, right? So like this has very good deltas. But it just felt like IcePop was really in control of that match, and I don't know, I mean, to be fair, Part of it is just because I think Mika is a little bit of a difficult character to play, and like her ranges are kind of wonky as well. It's like it feels like she wants to stand at like 2 to 3, but that's Enkidu's wheelhouse as well, right? With 3 precepts and the like. So I don't know. Maybe it's just a difficult matchup, or maybe we need more Mika's Revolution or something, because we saw Badmess spend a lot of his gauge for the Wild Swings, and they weren't really working out for him in his favor. Although, to be fair, the only reason the Mika's Missile didn't work out is because IcePop had the second Thunder Stomp, which I mean doesn't happen a lot of the time, but still. Anyway, this is a best of 3 set. The winner of this match will be 3-2, and thus will be moving on to the tiebreaker round. So one of these two players will be continuing on in their journey through Chimera Summer Bash, and one of them will be ending here. So this is a must-win match for both players. Best of 3, like the other sets. So IcePop only needs one more game to win. He can win with either the Ken, the King Knight, or the Hakumen. And Badmess has the Ken, the King Knight, and the Platinum alongside his Mika. So I wonder if Badmess will go for the run back with the Mika. I don't really know what Badmess plays. I know I've seen him play King Knight before. I think, did I commentate a Badmess game? I think I commentated an IcePop game on Migo's channel. And you can also see Migo fight both of these players and beat both these players on his channel. I guess that's kind of a bad indictment. It's probably not something I should be talking about. I'm trying to kind of hype both these players up, be like, oh yeah, well they both lost to Migo on his channel. You can check that out. But I don't think I've casted either of these players in this tournament so far. So that's my point of reference. Anyway, we're gonna see the Platinum come out into the Ken. No mirror matches today, says Badmess. I'm gonna go for the characters that you're not matching. So we'll take a look at Platinum here. So Platinum has basically a wild boost mechanic on cleanup. You may reveal the top card of your deck. If it has a continuous boost, play that boost, then sustain it, otherwise discard it. Pretty interesting concept. I actually quite like. Platinum's probably one of my favorite Season 5 characters. I know sometimes I'm a little bit down in the dumps about Season 5, but Platinum's a cool character. I really do enjoy playing her. She's probably my favorite Season 5 character, actually, to play. Into the Ken. Of course, you can't really tell what's going on with Ken from the UA. But it's Ken. I think we've seen Ken before. I mean, it's Ken, so there you go. There's a 12 power EX. We saw IcePop. I think we saw IcePop go for a crit Tatsu before, so that's spicy. Something to look out for from this player in particular. I know I play against IcePop quite a bit, so he's actually gone for this against me as well. The crit Tatsu. He likes going for little tricks like that. But should be an interesting match here. Ken and Platinum. Don't think I've ever seen this one played. Notably, Ken at range 4. Hado is not some guaranteed thing, because Platinum has multiple options against Hado. She has Mommy Circular, which is a speed 5 dive, and she has Mystique Momo, which is speed 5 as well. So crit Hado, not a thing unless it's EX'd from Ken, or like met with speed or anything. We'll take a look at the rest of Ken's kit here. I mean, Axe Kick's just absolutely insane. Shoryu's, I mean, it's a DP. For some reason, this also has guard, so it works on defense as well. I mean, Hado's Hado. Tatsu's ignore guard option. Nibash can be like super long range, can be a crosscatcher as well. Shinryu, just, I mean, look at this Ultra. It's absolutely very insane. Like 1-12-7 when EX'd for 4 gauge, not bad at all. Gurren Pukyaku, great Ultra, honestly, great boost as well. I mean, if this hits for 8, that's really good. But I mean, +2 power, +2 speed is always going to be a great boost as well. We'll take a look at Platinum's kit real quick. Mystique Momo, but we'll also be taking a look at her boosts because the boosts actually super matter. We talked about this one already before Pull 2. So that technically breaks the speed curve there, right? Mommy Circular, but Magical Bat, -1 speed, +5 guard. Not the best boost, but I mean, hey, makes your mid speeds much safer. Speaking of mid speeds, look at this. We got a Spike Leg here. Very, very fun card. Happy Magica. Like a low impact sweep, I guess. Like by low impact, I mean it doesn't do very much damage and also negates damage, right? With the 2 armor. Dream Sally, decent-ish card. Magical Missile notably does not break the speed curve, unless of course Platinum is like in a corner. Magical Bomb, whatever. Magical Boomerang, we have a little bit of recursion here. So we see Platinum prepare turn 1. Cure Dot Typhoon, decent ultra, great boost. Like the way this interacts with the speed curve is absolutely amazing. It's so good. Miracle Gene can be a decent game closer. I mean, it only does 3 damage, but that's before effect and the after effect are absolutely insane. Like this doesn't look like a super impactful card, but it very much is. Pico Hammer, decent boost as well. Anyway, we're going to see the light boosted from Ken in response to the turn 1 prepare from Platinum, so now threatening a 6-speed Hadoken. No crits available early for Ken, it's only 4 power. A reading from Plat misses. We see hand of block, Shinryu, Gurin, sweep, knee bash, Hado. Assuming this is like a read assault or something. And then a catch with a slow. But, I mean, Ken probably just going to Hado this, right? No reason to do anything else. Yep. And there's the Hado coming out. At 6 speed. Beats the Dramatic Sammy, so yeah, obviously an assault red there. Dramatic Sammy, of course, is the Spike Like, the super fun Spike Like. Ken not choosing to loop the Hado. Notably, if Ken looped the Hado, would not get a gauge because the discard pile was empty. Will Platinum Wild Boost? Is Platinum declining to Wild Boost here? Notably, this is optional, right? It's not a mandatory trigger or anything, so... But I feel like Platinum, especially this early in the game, should almost always do it. Especially if you're hard mulliganing for your instant boosts, right? So if you're hard mulliganing for your focuses, your crosses, your assaults, your dives, your blocks, then that makes your wild boost mechanic that much more reliable. But not happening here, I guess. So it's Ken's turn now. I didn't really catch what was in the hand besides sweep and block, maybe. Was there second Hado in Ken's hand? Maybe there was. We see the rushdown style boosted, close 3, then strike. Ken moving to range 1, just striking with the sweep. Yep, sweep into second focus. Actually gets rid of the second focus. Ice Pop with no normals in the hand, though. Both focuses down early for Platinum. Drops the dive. And now... Okay, so we'll draw a card. Will he wild boost? Okay, now he wild boosts. Gets the magical bat. -1 speed, +5 guard. Looks really good with the Dramatic Sammy, right? Or other mid speeds of that nature, but this is the main one to look out for. Actually, I mean, it doesn't look great because it's only 2 speed. So then, like, your Dramatic Sammy just loses to sweep. That's kind of weird. Yeah, doesn't look great, that card. Okay, yeah. Looks like Ice Pop just forgot that that was Platinum UA. So it is her turn. Parrying the knee bash? Okay. That last card is known, I just don't know what it is. Ken will just... Ken prep. Platinum preps again. Ken probably preps one more time. Wonder what world Ken does not prep here. Really actually finding it difficult to... Like, why would Ken not prep here? Okay, there it is. It just took a little while. What we got there? Back to plat here. Striking from range 1 with +5 guard. Even a shape like Assault makes sense here, right? 4 speed, but 5 guard. Gains advantage. Pretty decent here. Don't really know what else makes... I mean, it could just be a slow anyway. Like, could be just a sweep. That Platinum striking with can actually go for a Wild Swing, interestingly enough. This would be the Sally. So the Axe Kick will go first. Will hit for 5. The Sally is not stunned. Will hit back for 3. Because Ken did not move. I mean, Ken tried to close and failed. So Sally will hit back for 3 damage. Okay, Platinum Wild boosts, and she gets the second Dream Sally. So we have after Magical Boomerang, after draw 1, then return your attack to the top of your deck. So how this works is basically it pairs really good with Sweep, for example, right? So you play Sweep, you don't get the gauge, but you draw a card. But then Sweep goes back on top of your deck, where you can Wild Boost it with the cleanup of Platinum. So that's how you use this boost. It's actually pretty good. That downside can be rather significant of not actually getting the gauge off your attack, but you do get a consolation card at the very least. Ken will Ken prep, and back to Badmess, who will immediately strike. This will probably sweep, yeah? It's a grasp, okay, I mean, similar thing, right? So unfortunately, Badmess is running out of HP to handle this, and Ken is at 4... Ken is at 4 gauge at range 1. But we do see the Fierce getting boosted for Platinum there. Did Ken draw? Did Ken draw from focus? I feel like Ken had 7 cards in hand. Okay, we're good. So yeah, that was an initiation from Platinum. So now it's now Ken's turn. Notably, one Shinryuken is down because it was boosted as Rushdown style. Ken striking with a single card. Notably, Platinum does not have a Speed 7 option. So is Ken really just going for the Shinryuken here at Speed 6 for 11 power? Or is Ken going for something cheeky like a Tatsu? We know IcePop loves going for the range 1 Tatsus. Sweep into the cross. Ken says, nope, I'm out of there. Deals 3 damage to Platinum, builds up a 5th gauge. Platinum down to just 10 HP to her name. And so far, this game has been all IcePop. Okay, there's a consolation prize of a +2 speed there for Platinum. Range 4 is not the best place for +2 speed, but it basically means you won't get hit by Hado, I guess. There you go. There's a consolation prize there, where you won't get hit by Hado. We're going to see Platinum Strike here, so range 4 options include Mystique Momo, so this would be a 2-5, 4-7. We have Mommy Circular, which is a 1-4-7 before Advance 3. And we have Dream Sallies are actually down. So those are the 2 options that we're looking at for Platinum. Both of those can be answered with a crit Knee Bash, right? Because Knee Bash is 5 guard, and both those options only deal 4 damage. So both these can be answered by a crit Knee Bash. And also a Gurren Senpukyaku. Not the dive, though. Oh, no. That is unfortunate for IcePop. IcePop saying, okay, I'll deal with the I'll deal with the specials that Platinum has, but of course, I guess we kind of forgot about it too. Dive is a card that does 5 damage. So, and IcePop really went for it with the Gurren here, but the Gurren gets stunned out. So that's a huge swing in the favor of Platinum. I mean, Platinum's still down a bunch of HP, but that's a good start. Getting rid of 3 of that gauge. And when we see Platinum with the +1 to 2 range and +1 speed, Circular is the correct card for this setup at range 1. However, it gets met with the Shoryu at speed 7, so Platinum will take 4 damage. Right, so flipping the Magical Cat Hammer at range 1 can be both a blessing and a curse, right? So it means cards like Dive work better, or cards like Mabi Circular, which we just saw played. Even Dramatic Sammy works well with that, right? Because you advance 2 and then you're here and then you hit. But unfortunately, all those options without any sort of guard lose to speed 7 options at range 1. And we actually see Platinum not Wild Boost anymore. Just the regular prepare action from Platinum without a wild boost, and then Ken will prepare in turn. And yeah, I mean, outside of this one bad Gurren, this game has been all IcePop. And a reminder, IcePop is already up 1-0 as well. So we see the defend boosted from Platinum. Maybe trying to hit a cheeky mid-speed, but I don't think Ken's gonna allow Platinum to do that, is the problem. We actually see Ken boost defend in turn back to Platinum here. Platinum boost before pull 2. Interesting boost at range 1. Normally you see it further away to pull them in and kind of break the speed curve, right? So like for example, if you boost before pull 2 at range 3, then you can pull them 2 and then hit them with a grasp, right? So essentially a range 3 speed 7 move, but not used that way here. The magical Doremi box. We're see Ken initiate a strike here. I wonder if this is going to be the Kentatsu that we've been looking for. Nope, it's just the assault. So Assault will go first, will hit for 3 damage. The Dramatic Sammy, however, is not stunned. Will hit back for 3. Will hit back for 4, excuse me. And we'll yoink the advantage, and one of these boosts does get sustained. Okay. Yep, so the before pull 2 goes off as well, so Ken's on this side of the board. But Dramatic Sammy does yoink the advantage back. The only problem is Platinum has to deal 13 damage to Ken. Standing at range 1, which is like not... Like, I feel like the comeback mechanic for Platinum is maybe the Miracle Gene. Is maybe that the answer to Platinum's hopes and dreams? I don't know. Anyway, Platinum sustains the defend boost at range 1, so I guess that's the appropriate place to be. EX Grasp beats out regular Grasp, and that's game. That's 4 damage. 4 damage. Regular Grasp is only 3 armor, or 1 armor. 3 HP, not enough for that EX Grasp. IcePop takes the set 2-0. Really quick games. I feel like you blink and you miss it, but yeah, both these players are really aggressive, and I mean, they like to strike a lot, so not surprised to see this set be done in 30 minutes. Anyway, IcePop is 3-2. We'll have a chance at tie breaks. Badmess, unfortunately, his tournament ends here at 2-3. I guess their tournament ends here. Shouldn't assume gender and all that. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the content. If you did, hit the like, hit the subscribe, leave a comment, hit the bell, all that good stuff. We'll have more matches coming, maybe not later today, but maybe later today. I don't know. We'll see. But thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you for the next one. Bye-bye.